Hello, YouTube. I am back, and I'm going to play a little bit of Bloodborne. Uh, yeah, I'm just gonna let this intro play out and be quiet while it plays. Absolutely phenomenal intro. Play offline. That was honestly just it's a good intro. I like it a lot.
Oh, yeah.
Another cutscene. I'm gonna shut up now.
Well, you've come to the right place. Yharnam is the home of blood administration. You need only unravel its mystery. But where's an outsider like yourself to begin? Easy, with a bit of Yharnam blood of your own. But first, you'll need a contract.
And a contract we shall make, Mr. Blood Administrator. So, look, before we get into the nitty-gritty, I just want to say that this is one of my favorite games ever, and probably my favorite Souls game. Though technically it's not a Souls game, it's a Bloodborne game, but, I mean, it's similar enough to Dark Souls, but, I mean, there's still plenty of differences. And if maybe you don't like how Dark Souls plays, maybe you should give Bloodborne a try. Um, and I don't know how much traction these videos are going to get, if any at all, but I would highly suggest you run over to Elvis the Alien's channel and maybe pitch a few dosh to his Kickstarter for a fan comic that is a prequel to this game. And depending on your rewards, you'll get, I mean, depending on how much you donate, you'll get certain rewards and stuff too. But either way, it's pretty cool to just fund something involving Bloodborne. Anyways, name, I don't really know. Just name him what I typically name my characters after my OC. Male, young, doesn't really matter. And origin. I don't really know what to pick. I think I want to do a strength build for this playthrough. So I'll pick military veteran because it has a good amount of strength and skill. So hopefully I shouldn't have to pump skill for it, like to wield a certain weapon. I should have plenty for this. But yeah, and as for appearance, you know, I'm kind of basic. You know, some people kind of mess with the face and make a silly little guy, but I've done that before. But I just really like just to give him some glasses. Details, glasses, like these. That works. I like that. Alright, yeah, finish. And we're in. So I'm gonna be talking through some of the mechanics and stuff in this game. But I'm not like a pro.
Good. All signed and
But yeah,
sealed.
no cutscene.
Now, let's begin the transfusion. Oh, don't you worry. Whatever happens, you may think it all a mere bad dream.
You found yourself a hunter.
And we're officially in. No more cutscenes. So first things first, if you couldn't tell from the first little bit of this game, I know I have some younger people that show up on the channel every so often, and I mean I can't control what kids do obviously, but if you are a younger person, like a kid, if you're under the age of 13, you probably shouldn't be watching this game. I don't think it really uses a lot of foul language, but there is some disturbing imagery. I'm probably not going to try to use foul language, but I'm not making any promises. So, yeah. Anyways, here's a wolf. I'm gonna poke him in the butt. If he'll cooperate. And he cooperated. Let's go. So what I just did there was a visceral attack. It is very distinct from Dark Souls. You do not backstab in this game. You can't just walk around an enemy and then hold R1 against their back. You have to do a charge attack. Once you see that glow, let them have it. If you hit the back of most enemies, then you should easily get the visceral attack. And you'll know you got it when you hear that little bing, the little noise that it makes. But remember, you do actually have to go up and then press R1. You have to hold this, get the charge, and then once it makes the noise, then you press R1. So this first part is just going to be a kind of a basic introduction to the mechanics of the game, stuff like that. I have some enemies. We don't have any weapons to start with. Technically, that wolf is supposed to kill you. but as you can see, you can easily deal with it if you're good. Just gonna let this guy try and swing at me. But it won't be long before we get our first weapon. Off to the hunter's dream we go. Welcome to the Hunter's Workshop. Huh. Weird doll. She's very useful. Alright, so the game is going to offer us a choice between 3 different trick weapons. We have 3 different choices here, as I kind of already said. A cleaver, the hunter axe, and the threaded cane. All of these are pretty decent and could honestly be used well into the end game if you wanted to. But for the purposes of this playthrough, I decided to do a strength build. So we're going to be taking the hunter axe, since it has the best strength scaling, I think, here. Well, actually, the saw cleaver and the hunter axe are equivalent, but the hunter axe does deal slightly more damage anyways, so. And then we get a gun. Guns are cool too. I'm taking the blunderbuss. And a notebook. Alright, we have our gear. Let's go talk to this guy right quick.
Aha. You must be the new hunter. Welcome to the hunter's dream. This will be your home for now. I am Gehrman, friend to you hunters. You're sure to be in a fine haze about now, but don't think too hard about all of this. Just go out and kill a few beasts. It's for your own good. You know, it's just what hunters do. You'll get used to it.
Alright, whatever you say, Gehrman. Now, I want to use that gun. Unfortunately, that gun is not in this game to my knowledge. Anyways, this is the workshop. We can upgrade weapons here, but I'm getting ahead of myself. Let's get the heck out of here. Now that we have our first weapons, I think it's time we pay those guys from earlier a visit and show them who's boss for realsies this time. Nope. They get off the ladder. So I just did there just a light attack with my axe. You can keep light attacking as long as you have stamina, which is the green bar in the upper left-hand corner. And, as I showed off earlier against the wolf, you can do heavy attacks. But if you hold the button, you do a charge attack, which can then lead into a visceral. However, what makes Bloodborne really cool in my opinion is this. Trick weapons. Every weapon has some sort of transformation or special effect when you press the L1 button. The axe in this case transforms into a two-handed axe and has a much larger horizontal range, which is great for crowd control. But the other thing that I just did there was a transform attack. If you press L1 after an attack, you do a transform attack. which will transform your weapon mid-attack. Anyway, now that we got rid of those guys, we got some blood echoes. Those are like the souls from Dark Souls. We use those to level up. And I believe there's around a total of 1600 in Yharnam, I believe, which is where we are, Central Yharnam. Well, we could talk to this guy.
Oh, you must be a hunter. And not one from around here either. I'm Gilbert, a fellow outsider. You must have had a fine time of it. Yharnam has a special way of treating guests. Well, I don't think I could stand if I wanted to, but I'm willing to help if there's anything that can be done. This town is cursed. Whatever your reasons might be, you should plan a swift exit. Whatever can be gained from this place, it will do more harm than good.
Yep, I agree with you 100%, Gilbert.
Pale blood, you say? Never heard of it. But if it's blood you're interested in, you should try the Healing Church. The church controls all knowledge on blood ministration and all varieties of blood. Across the valley to the east of Yharnam lies the town of the Healing Church, known as the Cathedral Ward. And deep within Cathedral Ward is the old Grand Cathedral, the birthplace of the Healing Church's special blood, or so they say. Yharnamites don't share much with outsiders. Normally they wouldn't let you near the place, but the hunt is on tonight. This might be your chance.
Alrighty then. Gilbert has more to say, but we're not going to sit around and talk all day long. We're going to go through and participate in the hunt. Yharnam is your basic tutorial area. Most of these enemies won't give you too much trouble. They might on a first playthrough, but they're pretty easy to understand as you keep playing the game. Oh, we get to show off another cool mechanic. I don't know if you just saw what happened there, but I took a little bit of damage, but when I attacked that enemy, I regained my health back. That's a cool mechanic in this game. It's called rallying. Basically, whenever you take damage, if you attack your enemy within quick succession, you can get your health back. However, if you wait too long, your health will fully deplete, so be quick on the draw. And this big guy over here, on the first playthrough, well, damn. Well, I'm already getting my butt kicked. I did get the parry, but I'm also sucking it up right now. I'm about to die. Get that charge attack. Be careful. Charge attack. There we go. He's dead. Yeah, this guy isn't necessarily worth killing, but I like doing it because, well, in most cases I do it without taking much damage, but whatever. Anyway, in the top left-hand corner is your health, which is the red bar, your stamina, which is the green bar. You have your blood vials, your quicksilver bullets, and an item slot, which you can assign items to, like pebbles, which you can toss. Usually to get the attention of an enemy to lure them away from a crowd, which I will show off in just a second. These lights mean that you can talk to these people in here, but I don't always do that, and I'm not necessarily going to do it now. I might run back through here in another part and listen to these people, but I usually just don't. But I might suggest you do so on a first playthrough. Anyway, more killing. And you'll find items strewn about. If you play Dark Souls, you know how this sort of stuff works. Items are important. You don't know what you're picking up till you picked it up. But I'll suggest that you explore and pick up everything you can. And who knows what you might find. Okay, here's a big group of enemies to show you what I'm talking about. Get a rock, throw the rock, and boom. Lure one enemy away from the pack, and you can easily take him out by himself. Pretty easy, honestly. And if you're using the Hunter Axe, just whip it out in trick mode. And boom. And let me see if I can pull this off. That? Well, never mind. I messed it up. There we go. That is a parry. And that's what guns are used for in this game. On most enemies, when you attack with a gun while they attack, you can parry them. And when you parry them, you can do a visceral attack. Ow. Which is a great way to do a good chunk of damage very quickly. This guy up here is getting pretty annoying. Let's go take care of him. Wait, item first. Come here, Sonny. That was close. Easy, let's go. Pick up all the items you see, because they are very useful. And something else you probably notice is how you dodge. You do have a dodge roll. Well, that was a jump, but you do have a dodge roll like you do in Dark Souls. But when you're locked onto an enemy, you have a dash. So this game is really different to Dark Souls in its combat. You're meant to be aggressive, not on the defensive. And most builds in this game simply rely on picking a weapon you like and then building its respective stat. There are plenty of weapons in this game, and all come in different shapes and sizes and movesets and abilities. But usually you'll pick that weapon, you'll look at whatever stat happens to be highest on it, and you'll probably build whatever stat has the highest scaling on it. Like for the Hunter Axe, the highest scaling will be Strength. So you'll probably end up building more Strength on this weapon than you will Skill. However, there are other attributes to upgrade as well, such as Health, Endurance, Blood Tinge, and Arcane. I'll explain those a bit later. Don't want to flood you with information yet. Just want to explore Yharnam for a bit and see what we can find. Over here we have a brick troll. Pretty big enemy, but don't worry. These guys are pushovers. Failed to parry there, but is he gonna stand there? Easy. Drop some useful items. Over here we have some crows. Be careful, these things can jump up and peck you and claw you with their legs. They can be pretty annoying. Oil urn. And I'm not taking this shortcut, but there's one over here. That'll take you to another area of Central Yharnam, but we're not going to go down there just yet. Even though technically that is the way to actual progression, but I'm getting a bit ahead of myself. I hate dogs. I do not condone animal abuse, but in the case of Bloodborne, I do. Souls dogs are annoying. And the quicker you get rid of them, the better. More bullets, that's awesome. I'm not gonna waste them. I'll see if I can't do this legitimately. 2 more wolves, and this time they're full health. Yeah, these guys are pretty difficult and honestly kind of a noob trap. Because if you're not prepared, these guys will kill you. You will die, and you will get mad. The best thing to do is try to lure one away from the other one, and try to fight it by itself. But it's possible the other one gets aggroed anyways, regardless of what you tried to do. So I just use the charged trick attack, dodge around, try to heal. I got lucky there. Be very careful. And I died. Yeah. These guys can be pretty annoying. But it happens to the best of us. But it's not going to take long to get back to where that was. And it also lets me show off another mechanic that, if you've played a Souls game before, you should be familiar with. But everything respawns. That means we get to pick up more items and more blood echoes. I did not mean to emote there. That happens sometimes too. So good thing I'm not doing a no death run, because I would have just failed. But I think you get the gist of how this game works. So I'm not gonna bore you by killing literally everything here again. And I'm just gonna run past everything to the best of my abilities. Luckily, most enemies in this game won't follow you to the ends of the earth. And there's an item over here too. Bloodstone shard, those are useful. Pick those up. You'll see what I mean in a bit, once I go back to the Hunter stream. Oh, I forgot about the item over here too. Oop-a-doop-a-doop. But so, like, you might be wondering, what's the story of this game? Well, we're seeking Pale Blood. What is Pale Blood? We'll find out. I was about to say, don't end up dying again. That would be pretty embarrassing. You see that enemy with his glowing eyes? When you die and respawn, kill those enemies. You'll retrieve the blood echoes you lost. Once again, a pretty familiar mechanic if you've played Dark Souls. But yeah, so your punishment for death is losing all of your blood echoes. But if you're good enough to kill the enemy that has them, you get them back. So this time, let's try and single out a wolf this time, and hope the other one doesn't get aggroed. Or you know what? I'm out Useless this time. That missed completely. That also missed completely. Two for one. He's alive? Now that was easy. Now I'll save those for later, and we'll continue on our merry way. Another break troll surrounded by some crows. Easy way to deal with this. And parry. Yeah, be careful. Enemies in this game will kill you without any hesitation. So I'll suggest focusing and not doing what I'm doing and looking at another screen while you're playing a really hard game. Oh man, it didn't work. Alright. Huh, I wonder what's over here. It's an empty bridge. Oh, there's a gate. Let's go figure out what's over here. And it's a boss. Yeah, the first time I saw this, I was scared out of my pants. But the Cleric Beast isn't that hard. Unless you get grabbed like that and tossed over the map. I hope I don't eat my words here. I've beaten this guy first try before. And unfortunately, this guy cannot be parried. However, I'm about to eat my words. I'm about to eat my words. Heal up. However, if we equip these Molotovs again, you'll see that this beast is very weak against fire, and if you hit his head, visceral attack. But I'm going to save the rest of those Molotovs, so. There's a few different strategies you can use to beat this boss. I would heavily suggest staying near the back and taking as many shots as you can, and then dodging out of the way when you see him go for any sort of arm movement. And then the camera will bug out like that sometimes. But in this game, it'll benefit you to be proactive and reactive. Watch the bosses, focus, and if you think you have an opening, go for it. But also be cautious. Because one wrong move can cost you. Oh. Huh. I thought you could only do that once. Never mind. Learning new things every day. We're gonna do a combo. I was next to the wall, so I'll take that L. I'm gonna go for the charge attack on this guy. Take your opportunities to heal when you see them. Wait for openings, like this, and then go for it. Oh, that's a third visceral on this guy. Let's go. Good fight. Well, I think that'll do it for part 1 of Bloodborne. We covered the basics, so a few mechanics of the game, and we beat one of the first area's bosses. So I will see you guys next time on Bloodborne Part 2.